So guys, this is honestly huge. It seems like there's a possibility that Garden Warfare franchise will eventually get revived. And how do I see that? Well, pretty much, one of the EA community manager have noticed something, that Steam have reached 10,000 players on Garden Warfare 2 worldwide, one of the known most gaming, or, most popular games in Steam today, and if it reached that popularity, then there's a huge chance that one of the EA community manager will end up reacting to it, and they actually did. So, here's what they posted. Hello everyone. So, thanks to Scryan's link to the Steam stats page, it got me thinking about support and updates. We all know that there isn't a team any longer to support the game, but here we are, still playing, we are still having fun. So yeah, this will let you know that this Garden Warfare 2 is one of the beloved franchise that it is today, and it's still getting so much ratings today, people still talking about, players still uploading videos, and contents about it, and doing live stream on it. Shoot, there's even players out there that downloaded this game because of mods. Mods became a huge part of thing in Garden Warfare 2. What lead to so many players downloaded this game? I mean, for example, there is Steam gift cards everywhere, like you found them in the gas station, 7-Eleven, Walmart, and Target. Steam gift is very common to find, and you able to redeem your card, and be able to download Garden Warfare 2, for EA gift cards, you have to only find them in GameStop, and in modern times, there's ain't that many GameStops around the world, or around state. Really GameStop is the only common place to find, and able to buy the EA gift cards, to redeem the card and download Garden Warfare 2, I'm not going to lie, but there has been some closures in some states, or rather depends where you live, or what closer you are away, but anyways, Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2 still has a brighter future. Many players has adored Garden Warfare 2, like it's a game that'll never dies, or, that'll never give up, and that's why we still till this very day still having fun playing this franchise, and it's like God himself, or one the angels who is part of the community manager, sees what the franchise has been going through, and they have been making tons of ratings. You see Steam had reach over 10,000 players on Garden Warfare 2, so this will show how EA community manager how this game is still popular, beloved, and how it is that'll never dies, or never give up today. Here's what they also said: I am tossing some info to send up the chain, and I need your help. So guys, this is where we need to step up the plate, this is where EA manager is looking at us, they need our feedback. And this is where I'll be sending a link to go out there, and spread what you them to do with Garden Warfare 2, now it's a time to do so, and you got hurry, click on that link, and spread your feedbacks. I already did my feedbacks long time ago, so basically, it's up to you viewers to do it. Now guys, take it easy, okay? Please do not cause no issues, okay? Do not cause no issues, drama, or even argument, like rather are they going to throw in an update or not, or, this better be a good update otherwise, I'm going to be pissed, or, they better bring back Boss Hunt and Cats vs Dino, or Soil Survivaler, we've been requested those game modes all day, if they don't it then otherwise, I'm going to be upset, or not even this, like hey, can you finally throw in these missing game modes that we haven't played for a very long time on console, are you guys going to eventually do it? And that is not the way you ask, or put your guys' feedbacks. For example, the first feedback you being a little child, saying you going to be upset if it won't happen, that's not the way you be polite. The last feedback you kinda being a little desperate about it, like probably curious about it and probably to learn more about it, and then you probably might want to ask more questions about like is it still going to happen or not, and that's not the way you ask, or put your feedback either, because they going think we don't have any patience, they'll start thinking we want this game to be updated right away, and that's not the case but our anxiety, that's why we always have patience if it comes with news and stuff, and not just go hyperness like we all peas hooters and think it'll happen regardlessly like now, we just have to have patience, please be very polite, please be very nice, and use your kindness and joy to put on your guys' feedbacks, for example, be like, I'd be very appreciated if you able to bring back some of the beloved missing game modes Boss Hunt, I like how we all team up together to fight a epic boss, I miss these days, and I'll be very excited to see it again, or, you know what else that'll be very excited, if you able to bring back Cats vs Dino, I like how we all Robo Dino fighting Robo Cats, I miss this game mode and I'll be so happy if you able to fix it and bring it back to the mystery portal so we can finally replay our dreams, after so long, or, let's not forget Soil Survivor, That game mode was fun too. You know I like how it was 4 versus 4, and then you have that large bubble, kinda almost reminds of Fortnite, and it was much fun, and that would be a very appreciated if you able to add it as a permanent game mode, even capture the taco one day, if you able to do all of that, but yeah be like something that'll be very appreciated, and no drama. And no chaos, this should be easy using our kindness, pretend you act school, you asking your teacher what you wanted to see, no argument and stuff. Just pretend we ask nicely to your teacher what we want to see, what do we want our teacher to do, and then the teacher will agree on it, and then we just going to wait and have patience. But here another post that EA community manager wrote, I need you to post as much data as you can on traffic, hitting almost 10K on one platform is a perfect start, it may not be as large as college football, but the fans still love the series. This can be an interesting sign here, that EA manager starting to feel a majority of the game, how successful it is today, and pretty much Garden Warfare 2 been successful and worldwide ever since it first released back in 2016, and it still grows today, and the fact EA manager noticed something about Garden Warfare 2 players reaching 10,000 downloads and ratings, can lead to questions with EA manager. This can even lead to a huge possibility if EA manager managed to show the Garden Warfare franchise creators about Garden Warfare 2 Steam reaching 10,000 players, this can lead to a possibility of Garden Warfare franchise creators making their comeback. How success is Garden Warfare 2 progress is going, because if Steam players keep doing this, Garden Warfare creators might make some tons of money, which can be very huge, because there is a huge chance, I mean a huge chance of a Garden Warfare 3 happening, something that we all been waiting for years, times, and decades. Do you know how many people, including I, even YouTubers, been wanted a Garden Warfare 3 ever since? We would be happy as hell, including myself, if it actually happened. Battle for Neighborville is nothing but trash, it's garbage, nobody don't even play it anyways, but I'm not going to lie, but it's still a good game though, although it failed a year ago when they released, it's still one of the least Garden Warfare games that people play today. But anyways, I'm not too sure if Garden Warfare 3 is going to happen or not, it's up to EA manager to figure out, really it's up to us to show them respectfully with our feedbacks for what we want to see. But anyways, here's the last post that EA manager made. What I need from you is pretty simple, if you can, I need screenshot of as much info as you can send me so that I can send that up and get some more eyes on the series. I cannot promise any type of update to the game, servers, content, etc. But we do need to get things rolling on how we, and I mean peeps like me, can support you, the players, as best as we can. And then the bottom one said, maximum effort mode, and then you have the screenshot of the plants team, so this is kinda interesting. Could Garden Warfare 2 be getting updates soon? The answer is, we don't know. Now maximum effort mode, I know what that is, pretty much it means, on hands on deck, and if it means on that, then on hands on deck can mean for console players, mobile players, and PC player, shoot even Nintendo players out there. Hey, there even rumors that Garden Warfare 1 and 2 ports still might eventually happen on the Switch, but the Switch content is coming to the end, so, more likely a decent chance it might make its port to the Switch too, and the reason why because, there's been so many freaking rumors lately about Nintendo Switch 2, which I think it might be revealed next year according to Nintendo. I'm also hype about that. I really don't think the Switch 1 doesn't have that many FPS, which why Battle for Neighborville was the only decision to be ported over to the Switch, because it has less FPS. Now Garden Warfare 1 and 2 I think has the most FPS, which is why it can't be ported over to the Switch, due to crashing they'll receive, but I think there's a chance that Garden Warfare 1 and 2 might port it over to the Switch 2, because there's a chance that the Switch 2 could either run with high or again most FPS, which is why I'm starting to see as a possibility, but you never know. I really hope they bring back the port to Steam Deck. I just don't know why they removed Garden Warfare 2 off Steam Deck. Hopefully they have a chance to bring it back, due to the selling of Garden Warfare 2 on Steam, because that was like a handheld device system where you carry around and play on it wherever you go, just like the Nintendo Switch. But anyways, I'll probably pretty much wraps this video up. I've been talking so long that I'm hype train if this is real or now, but I don't know, and we don't know if Garden Warfare 2 going to get a huge update or not. If they do through, EA if you watching this video, whatever it'll takes to fix. First, fix some of the buff and nerf characters, buff Armor Chomper, nerf Loppy a little bit, nerf Chemist, Please don't nerf the physicist, he is so good with his stunning attacks, it's like teasing the plants with a few tastes like a zombie officer. He actually one of my favorite characters, so he's cool, but Electro P however, you can nerf himself. I'm going to be naming characters that needs to be nerfed and buffed. So first, nerf Rugby Star, make him good, nerf Mob Cop, make him good as well with crushing attacks, and nerf Vampire Flower, give her extra health so she can be op, buff Scallywag Imp, because kinda useless nowadays due to his legendary meter being a fast moving imp, buff it up a little bit and add some more damage attacks to it, or make him similar to Commando Corn having infinite bullet attacks, whenever he reached the full on meter, just like Commando Corn, he'll gain some extra ammos, and that'll make a character more better again rather than just a fast ability and his theme song on his meter. Now I don't know if this possible or not, but buff Hockey Star and Park Ranger into toxic variants. Now I don't think it's not going happen like that because buffing them into variant is kinda like adding new variants. I highly doubt that they able to do that, but that would be kinda odd turning them into toxic variants, so I don't think won't happen like that, unfortunate. But another thing that also might, I'm 40% on, or rather it's going to happen in the future, so. For second, adding new variants for Torchwood and Hover Goat 3000, now I don't think it might not happen like that, but fingers crossed in the future they able to add variants for these two character classes, because I have looked up in the article, and it seems like their cosmetics were planned to become actual variants, like a toxic Torchwood for example, or a water variant surfing looking Hover Goat, until they were scrapped and cut, and basically they were added as new cosmetics. They also have stickers, so please, however one day, please add or make them into variants. Maybe there's even a new chance getting party variants, like a Party Wood or a Hover Party Goat 3000. Now for third, I don't know if this even possible or not, or I don't know if it were scrapped or cut or not, or if it was just a mod or not. I think it's just a mod, but there's a little decent chance, adding one more character class for each team. So apparently, if you look at the character select screen list all the way bottom down there in the corner, below Torchwood and Hover Goat 3000, you can see there's only one spot remaining left for another character class according the lines. Yes, the lines, because as you can, we only need one more character left. Now say boss mode going to be planned to return but were unfortunately scrapped, due to platforms and objects. That'll leaves one more spot left, and who that be added as a final class, will let me think about it, because I found out back in last few months, and I felt kinda odd if I doubt we getting another class soon, where we ended up having 9 character classes for each team rather than 8, but I'm fine with that, and I really hope it'll happen someday, although the character progress is filled up in the background tree house, or a zombie mansion, but you never know, they add another new progress for one more few characters, but I don't think it's going to happen, which means I don't think any big character with progress like Jalapeno or Gravedigger class isn't going happen, so I going to have to come a small potential character classes, that makes some much sense, because first they already in the game, there's no need making new character, and second, so they became one of the popular characters in Garden Warfare 2 mod in general to play as, something that they've been dreaming of playing as, and third, they just look unique. And, reason why they've been used in mods, they probably are the ones that became a showcase back in when mods wasn't a thing yet, but however, it was on Xbox, like I said again, I don't know if this is real or not, but, or they was unfortunate scrap, but, the interesting part is it was on Xbox, they was generally was showcased with Xbox Gold, which remains a mystery, but, link in description if you wanted to check it out or not, but, okay fine, let's get into it. I'm talking about the Robo Zombie and the Hypno Shroom. Basically they were showcased with Xbox Gold, and when I watched it I'm thinking they were going to be added as new special classes in the game in the future, but however, I really thought they were going to be the last special character classes in the game, and some of the character classes very unique. I mean the Robo Zombie, something that I've been wanting it for years. He became a popular character in Garden Warfare 2 mods, being an actual playable character, you know, and shoot, even having variants that fits around him, and I really wish this was real. Please add Robo Zombie as character class one day, just one freaking day as an actual playable character like in consoles. However, he looks very unique, his abilities is also unique. In battle for Neighborville he can use his jetpack to fly, or to jump. He can also swing with his Robo Fist. He also has other mechanic abilities like bombs and airstrike. His spotlight fits so perfectly as a class, or maybe even swarm character. or a DLC Swarm character type class, everyone been wanted him to be a playable class, including myself and other YouTubers like for say, Bob Box, the YouTuber himself, also wanted him to become a character class one day, and his prediction honesty might come true one day, if it comes down to it. This next one for the plants will probably might make Zack Scott Games happy however, but I don't mind having this character class, I mean he is small, and can be size as a Imp4. The plants team, I'm talking about a Hypno Shroom. Hypno Shroom is obvious, okay, I'm actually down with it, if it's the only unique swarm plant character I have to come up with. His abilities is also unique, especially the Hypno Beam, maybe you buff it and make it more crazy, that'll drain the health more faster, then it'll probably be more unique, but his variants however, will probably kinda be difficult to come up with, since there is no mod dedicated to the Hypno Shroom that much, I mean, he's not that popular in Garden Warfare 2 mods, many mod creators hasn't used Hypno Shroom as a playable character more often than a Robo Zombie, I mean in real turns he is a popular character in Plants vs Zombies mobile, like for example, he hypnotize zombies that help attack the zombies, which I found that a lot interesting, but having a Hypno Shroom is not that bad, whatever that make us happy, or whatever that'll make Zack Scott Games happy, is having a new mushroom character class in Garden Warfare 2, so to me, having them as two character class as a Swarm AI playable class, kinda makes sense rather they going to make a pack called, Swarm Edition, or, Golden Edition, similar to Xbox Gold, because Swarm character became a thing back in Battle for Neighborville, where you have Wildflower and TV Head Zombie, and they were first time showcased as playable characters in one of the events, Swarm type, and later on, they became playable characters, and unlockable. Can this happen again in Garden Warfare 2? The answer is, probably, because for myself, I converted a Robo Zombie into a playable character class, buffing his attacks, nerfing him, and it was so much easier to do, and buff, so, I would say a decent chance, if it happens in the future, thanks to Swarm type, being an actual thing where you can play as AI characters, will they have cosmetics or variants, will they become the final DLC character classes in Garden Warfare 2, we just have to see. Last and fourth, fixing the Mystery Portal events. Mystery Portal events been showcasing unique game modes, and Capture the Taco, please add Capture the Taco as a permanent game mode. Capture the Taco is a lot more funner, do we think, and also, please add Soil Survivaler, please add Soil Survivaler as permanent game mode. That game mode used to be a permanent back in Battle for Neighborville that called Battle Arena, it was just like Soil Survivaler, but since then, due to the failure of Battle for Neighborville it was unfortunately removed and they decided to make it as a eventful game mode, which made lot of people upset because everyone enjoyed that game mode, and that sucks. That was in a way due the failure of the game, since they wasn't making no money, and hasn't been selling that good, which leads to so many copies, so that will a huge appreciative of they able to add Soil Survivaler as a permanent game mode again in Garden Warfare 2. Another game mode that needs to showcase is Cats vs Dinos. I enjoy that game mode, but currently that was kinda like another Infinity Time game mode, but there's still a chance that be integrated into a permanent game mode though, and the last game mode was been wanted, since a very long time, since years and decades, Boss Hunt. My last gameplay on Boss Hunt was back in 2019, and there was no any signs of Boss Hunt events, which is sucks, that Boss Hunt is losing some popularly. Please bring back Boss Hunt, add and revive some of the unused Boss Hunt, like for example, the Renegade Imp Boss Hunt, or maybe Cinco de Mayo event you'll have the Super Chili Bean Boss Hunt as well. That make Boss Hunt even more popular than we thought, and that'll be appreciated if they to do that, and that's how you fix the Mystery Portal events, make it better. Okay, last one I promise, the fifth one. Please add Ops Phase 3 in Garden Warfare 2. Now I'm not sure if they able to fix Ops mode, but if you get Super Boss Wave, it won't able to play the boss theme music. Please fix that. Another thing, I don't know if this can happen or not, but throw in some more plant bosses, convert them into regular bosses. I easily managed to convert the Royal Hypno Flower into a regular boss where she can't use her ability to turn any zombies into goats. I replaced it with the Hypno Laser Beam Cannon. Yes, she actually used to have a Hypno Laser Beam Cannon, just the Sunflower Queen, but it was scrapped. I also managed to increase her health into lower. She has the same health like the Sunflower Queen, now she weak and useless. I even done that with Spooky Squash by increasing his health a lot lower like the regular green squash. Speaking of squash, please add Bitter Dill in the game. He'll be a fun addition in Garden Warfare 2 as a large pickle just like back in Battle for Neighborville. In his wave he'll be sending some toxic plant characters like Toxic Peas and Chompers, or even Citrons. Bitter Dill would be so unique in the game, stated that he'll be toxic plant boss that spit out those bouncy poisonous seeds. I don't even think there's any other toxic boss in Garden Warfare 2, so Bitter Dill would be a fun addition, and pretty much bosses that can be converted. Like Captain Smasher and Sasquatch would be awesome to do that, at least convert them into regular bosses, or reviving some of the bosses that was scrapped, for example, like the Imitator boss, or a Super Chili Bean boss. That would be awesome if they do that, more appreciated too. And also, bring back the potted peas hooters like the Fire Pea, Ice Pea, Repeater, and Laser Bean. That would be pretty cool to see returns in Garden Warfare 2, although they were NPC back then. But overall, that all what needs to be done or fixed for this game, EA, and that will make a lot of people happier than you imagine, and that right there will really get tons of people to play this game. But that is it. I've been talking for a very long time, and I'm tired. Thanks guys for sticking around listening. And again, is it possible if everything came true in the future by me mentioning my opinions? Well, probably not, but it could happen either way. EA will found a way to possibility reviving the franchise. Either way, EA would hire some professionals to get the Garden Warfare creators back working on the spotlight for a shape of form. How EA capable of doing? I mean, there's time that Apex Legends will start getting old or boring soon, that people will have no other choice but to go back what they were working on at first, before they moved on to work on Apex Legends. There's even rumors that Apex Legends will discontinue their content one day once it gets old. People start moving on to different companies to work on, or going back what they used to work on the spotlight I mean. And if it does happen someday, then there going to be some hype trains about this, and then Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 3 could maybe be a possibility of they decided to work on a sequel, and hopefully do better and sail well. But anyways, once again we not too sure if it's going to happen. We don't know how well is Apex Legend is doing, but anyways, that's a wrap. To link is descriptions. Check out the video from years ago. Is it true or not? But